Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Bobby, and welcome back to another Band and Artist Reviews. It's a little different this time, because I just found out some interesting news about a deer-loving band that I love. One of my favorite bands throughout the years. Actually, my first favorite band, which would be System of a Down. Now, it just came known, Serj Tankian, I can never pronounce his last name right. Serj just came out and said, I was openly responsible. Well, not openly, he was responsible for the hiatus of System of a Down. Well, that's what Darren said. He told the media that it was Serj's fault. No, because they have been in silence for about 13 years. Everyone's been waiting for a new album by System of a Down. Everyone was excited because there's been rumors. Like I remember last year, I heard a rumor that they were gonna make an album this year, and they were getting ready for it and stuff, getting ready to make it. But it just came out that Serj is. They don't know yet. They're not sure. But what happened was Darren came out and said that Serj didn't even want to make the last two albums of System of a Down, which were back in 2005, Mesmerize and Hypnotize, and he pretty much put all the blame on Serj on that. And Serj responded to this and said he was indeed responsible for System of Down's hiatus. I actually have a page here of the whole thing that he talked about. I'm not going to read it all, but I'm going to talk about some of the stuff, some of the main things. He was just not feeling making new albums, I guess, with System of a Down for some reason. He never exactly said why. He just I don't know. He said that it is true that oh my god, I can't even read her now. It is true that I and only I was responsible for the hiatus System of a Down took in 2006. Everyone else wanted to continue at the same pace and to tour and make records, but he didn't. So, this is actually a big thing, we finally know. He said, by the time Mesmerize and Hypnotize came out, Darren was controlling both the creative process and making the lion's share of publishing. So, another thing I remember reading is that Serj didn't agree with the terms of how they were controlling things in the album. He didn't feel they all had a specific part. I guess they all had stuff they wanted to put in the albums, but they didn't all contribute because I don't know, it just didn't work out. I don't know why they didn't do it that way. I guess they just weren't getting along by that time, by the last two albums. So Serj was unhappy with these albums. He didn't even want to make them to begin with. He was very disappointed in them, and I'm pretty sure that's why he left System of a Down. And then what happened was Darren, Shavo, and John, I think all three of them. I could be wrong. When Serj left, and they made a band called Scars on Broadway because they wanted to keep making music. They didn't want to just stop. And yeah, it's weird. And Serj continued making music on his own. So, like it says here, furthermore, Serj confirmed that he wanted no part of these 2005 albums. I wanted to leave the band before Mesmerize and Hypnotize for these developing reasons. This is why I personally don't feel as close to the music on those records. There were songs I wanted to bring in, but was hampered by unkept promises coupled by my own passivity at the time. Like I was saying, there's just so many problems. We don't even know all the problems. We know a couple of them, but there was more than he wanted to talk about going on. And I guess that is understandable. I understand that. That's right. They did get back together in 2011 to resume touring, but that's probably why the rumors started, because they got back together just for touring. They weren't making anything new. But he was hesitant to make a new album. That's what it's saying. He didn't want to. If he does, I don't know. It's sad. It sucks because they were so good. Yeah, it hasn't worked out. They haven't come to terms about making a new album yet, a new record. So it's just, I don't know. He says, the last quote he has here, "My only regret is that we have been collectively unable to give you another System of a Down record. For that, I apologize." Which, I don't know. I could see why Serge didn't want to do this. They're legends now, like, and times are different. By the times that they made their music, the world is different because they're a very political music group, and everything they talked about was relevant for that time period. And I feel now, if they try to make the kind of music, I don't know, it's weird. It'd be strange. They'd have to like I don't know. If they did get back together, I don't know if they'd like change their sound or anything. I wouldn't wish they wouldn't because they were amazing back in the day. Oh man. So it's been 13 years they've been on hiatus and haven't made an album together at least. Serge has been out making his own stuff, Scars on Broadway. They did their own shit for a while. I don't know if Scars on Broadway's still doing that. But I just think it's pretty crazy that Serge finally came out and said something about this, because they're saying how it could, I'm not sure if this feud between Darren and Serge might continue. They didn't even know if it was a feud at all, because what happened was Darren, like I was saying in the beginning, Darren put all the blame on Serge, and then Serge decided to say, hey, yeah, it was my fault. He wanted to leave, and they just haven't been the same. He didn't even want to make Mesmerize and fucking Hypnotize, even though those are two of my favorite albums. But they're not the best albums, but they're two really good albums. So, and they made both those albums back to back. So, and he wasn't happy with any of them. He said he was not happy with them. He didn't feel like he put enough into it like he did in his past albums. He wasn't feeling it. So, I don't know. But that happened like almost a week ago. So if I ever find out anything more, I'll let you guys know. I'll make another video about this, just because I love System of a Down, and I read that and I couldn't believe it. So yeah, they're not sure. They still are not sure if they're going to get back together. They're still unsure. But they are scheduled to play a bunch of tours. They have a bunch of tour dates coming up on the West Coast this fall. That's what it says. So, I don't know. It'll be interesting to see what happens between them. I would love to see them get back together and make another album. At least one more. Come on. I want to see at least one more album. That would be great. So, alright. On that note, thank you guys for watching. Leave a like, share, comment, or do what you want to do. Remember to send me those requests for band and artist reviews and for food challenges. And I guess that's pretty much it. Yeah. This is a little different. I felt like I needed to say something. I had to talk about it. It's like, I really want to see Serge and Darren and all of them get back together. I really want to see something great come from these guys again. Because they're as weird and strange as their music sounded. It was a masterpiece, in my opinion. Like, their music is a masterpiece. Just because it's so relevant that people don't even understand it. That's just the crazy part about it. So, alright. So, guess that's it. So yeah, let me know what you thought. Let me know your thoughts about System of a Down and the future. If you think they should make more albums together, or at least come back for one more album. So, alright guys, that's pretty much it. So, thank you for watching. Peace out.